Hi, my name is Sister Mara Stella Vaughn, here in Charleston, South Carolina at my alma mater, Bishop England High School. I'd like to share with you a little bit about how an ordinary girl becomes a most extraordinary thing, a bride of Christ. So growing up here in Charleston, I was just kind of a normal kid, liked to do normal things, loved going to the beach, loved going out with friends, hanging out with my family. And I can remember a day here at Bishop England in gym class, sitting against the wall with the girls, and somebody turning to me and saying, "Hey, are you going to be a nun or something?" And I looked at her and I said, "No. Why would you think that?" Because at the time, that didn't fit into my scheme at all of who I thought I wanted to be. I like boys too much. I like going shopping. I was too girly. I thought nuns were just old women who couldn't find anything else to do with life. But as I continued to grow in my relationship with the Lord and become exposed to sisters and see their joy and how real they were, and I realized this isn't a second best vocation. This is the best. For those who are called, this is the greatest invitation of all time. While at Bishop England, I loved being involved in lots of things. I was a cheerleader the first year, ran cross country. After that, I was really involved with campus ministry. When I was a senior in high school, I was given the honor of being crowned homecoming queen. And through that that was a great chance to give witness to our true queen, the Queen of Heaven. I can remember being interviewed for the school paper and saying, "Well, yeah, it's nice, I'm homecoming queen, but do you know about the Queen of Heaven?" And so all of it became a chance to get involved with friends, but also to call other people onto holiness, because after all, that's what we're here for. Whether in school or out with friends or whatever it is, we're called to be the best version of ourselves, and that's what I tried to do at Bishop England. After Bishop England, I attended Franciscan University in Steubenville, Ohio for a year. And while at Steubenville, I was in a beautiful dating relationship. And in that relationship, I had before me the very real good of marriage. And I thought, "Lord, isn't this what you want for me?" And what I realized in that relationship was I could be really happy as a married woman. I would love to have a big family, to raise my children in the faith, to grow in holiness with my husband. And yet the Lord was saying, "But could there be something else, something supernatural?" And so when I was willing to sit in silent prayer and to say, "But Lord, what does that mean for me?" He was challenging me. Yes, you will have to give up some things in the natural realm, the natural desire for marriage, for family, but will you trust me that there is something really greater, something supernatural for you? And as a good friend once said to me, he said, "I think your heart is too big for one. Your heart was made for the Lord. And in giving your heart to the Lord, He will create in you a space to love all of the children who come into your life, all of the people you encounter." And that is the love of Christ working through me now in my vocation as a religious woman. People always comment on how joyful the Nashville Dominicans are. When I first visited the Nashville Dominicans, I thought, "Oh, they're faking it, just trying to get young women into the order." But the longer I stayed with them, on the first retreat I went on with them, I realized, no, this is authentic, this is real. And as I began to spend time with them, to play soccer with the sisters, to bake cookies with them, to do normal things with the sisters, I realized it's because everything they do begins with the Lord, with prayer, and then they go about a normal life, basically, punctuated with prayer throughout the day. But like I say, they enjoy sports, they enjoy laughing with one another. I couldn't believe it when I first saw sisters playing basketball, soccer, ultimate frisbee in the full habit. I thought, oh my gosh, I would trip and fall and hurt myself. But you know what? What they do is they just pin up the bottom layer of their habit and they put on an apron and tennis shoes and have a great time. And I think it's even more impressive to see them score a touchdown or make a goal with ultimate frisbee in the full habit. The sisters that I entered with in 2004 have become some of my best friends. I never had sisters growing up. I have two big brothers. And so what I've realized is that not only are these women I entered with my sisters, but they're also deep friends in the Lord. These women are helping me get closer to heaven every day. Can you imagine living with 300 people all striving to be saints? It's really an incredible experience. If I wake up grumpy one day, I've got 100 women around me pushing me on, saying, "Get over yourself. We're here for the Lord. We've got to strive for greatness, and we've got to challenge the world to be saints as well." So every day, it's like living with my best friends who want me to be holy, and it's a real blessing. One of my favorite examples when people ask me about the things that I thought I was giving up when I entered the convent happened on the morning that I was entering the convent, actually. My parents took me to my favorite restaurant. And I remember sitting there thinking, oh, I have to really enjoy this because it's the last time I'm ever going to eat here. So I just relished every bite, and the whole time I was there with my parents, I just loved it. And I left kind of sad, thinking, well, goodbye, I'll never eat here again. And then would you believe that very afternoon, as soon as I had entered the convent, the sisters were taking us out to Kentucky for a little entrance retreat. And on our way to Kentucky, where did we stop? My favorite restaurant. And I said, Lord, you are never outdone in generosity, are you? So I've been teaching middle school. However, the Lord is full of surprises. And one day recently, our Mother Superior asked me if I would be willing to learn Dutch in order to travel as a missionary to the Netherlands. And my jaw honestly just went and I said, well, yes, Mother, absolutely. I'm happy to do what the community needs. But it was so surprising. I never in a million years thought when I entered this little community in Nashville that the Lord would call me overseas one day as a missionary. So ladies, for all of you who are thinking, gosh, maybe this could be for me, I would encourage you, spend that quiet time with the Lord every day. Start small if you have to, 5 minutes carved out before you do anything else in your morning, or 15 minutes before bed, whatever it is. Find some time to turn off all the noise in your life, to pull apart and say, Lord, here I am. I know you created me. I know you know what will make me truly happy. And have the courage to surrender your plans. We all think we know what will make us happy down the road, but you know what? Who knows it better than the one who made our hearts, who made us for a certain vocation? And so if he's asking you, inviting you to religious life, you have nothing to be afraid of. For those who are called, it is a great adventure. And if you're living in the sacrament of the present moment, the grace you need right now will be there for you to say yes to him, just as Our Lady did at every step of the way. Yes, Lord, your will be done. And I promise you, with all of my life, that that is where your happiness will be, saying, yes, Lord, your will be done, every moment of my life.